Happy Readers, my name is Liz and today we're going to look at my bookshelves. I'm doing this because I'm in the progress of kind of reorganizing my bookshelf. It's just kind of been like this, and most of it ends up on that back bookshelf back there. But there's a lot of stuff up here that really needs to be reorganized. So maybe you'll get some ideas and I'll get some ideas, and you know, we'll have the most amazing bookshelves we will ever have, ever. To start off here, this is the bookshelf that I face when I make videos. And so, I guess we'll start up here. That's Molly, the American Girl doll. Yeah. She's missing her undershirt thingy. Bob, you got some lotion and some cleaning stuff, and this lamp, which I took the shade off of, just so you would get more light and stuff like that. And this is just kind of like knick-knack stuff, books that, I don't know. This is a book that my mom gave me. It's The Success Principles by Jack Canfield, and I don't plan on reading that. And this is a book that I was supposed to read before I left that school. And so, yeah, and then here's one of my VidCon room keys. Fun times, and then under here is just like art stuff. And then we will start over here, which is just like a lot of notebooks. Here's a kind of that type thing. Here we have a ukulele book, a coloring book, graphic novels, and comic books. I like to keep them together, and so I put them right there. There's another graphic novel. There's Nana, or Nana? I don't know, but it's really good. I did a review for that. It's on my blog. I'll link that below. Just because I didn't really have time to make a video for it. I don't know. Then here we have the Young Reader's Bible, which my aunt, no, it's not my aunt, my granny's sister, which is my great aunt, gave that to us. And it was pretty much just like, hey, I had one of these when I was a kid. Not exactly like that, but, you know. So it was a nice gesture of her to give us that. And here I have the only Harry book that I actually own by myself. Me and my sister had a bunch of them when we were younger, but they disappeared. And so here's my own copy of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows that I was trying to read before the premiere, but it didn't happen. And then we have, again, just kind of a, I don't know what you'd call it, but it doesn't, like, I don't have all of them in order. Apparently we got, like, the 9th one, but we don't have a lot of the other ones because my sister, she was the one who really liked Lemony Snicket, and so, we have, like, bits and pieces of that. There's actually another book that I have of that, in that series-ish, Lemony Snicket kind of thing. I'll show you that in a bit. Here we have, The Last Summer of You and Me. I actually have 2 copies of this. We have paperback and hardback, and the other one's like on the stairs downstairs, so that's fun times. Then we have kind of like middle grades-ish books. We've got Nancy Drew. I really like Nancy Drew, and so got the first one. They were all on sale at like Books A Million for like $4 each or something like that, so I got like one of them. Here we have all of the, or most of the Captain Underpants books by Dave Pilkey, and I've read like 2 or 3 of them. No, I think it was just 2. I don't know. They're really funny though, and so if you've got kids, those are good books. Here we start the Nicholas Sparks collection with Dear John. My mom actually read that in like 4 hours. That's crazy. Here's a book that my brother got me for my birthday that I probably won't ever read. I'm sorry, but yeah, Harley Quinn romance. Then we have The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. I wanted to read the book before the movie. I have yet to read the book, and so we shall see. Born Standing Up by Steve Martin. Meg Cabot's Queen of Babel, the first one. I got a good bit into it, and I really liked it. But I have yet to finish it. It's like a good read, though. I really like Meg Cabot, even though I only own like 1 or 2 of her books, I think. No, I just own 1. I think that's the only one I own of hers. Then we have Tales of Beedle the Bard, The Hobbit by J.R. Tolkien, which I have yet to read. These are, just to let you know, these are mostly like books that I have yet to read or have yet to finish. I finished reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, but I haven't reread it yet. So we have 2 Sophie Kinsella books that I bought like 2 years ago. Have yet to read them. Then we have one of my favorite books, which is by Barbara Walters, How to Talk with Practically Anybody About Practically Anything, and it talks a lot about like talking to politicians and people like, oh, what is his name? The guy who wrote like In Cold Blood and the book that Breakfast at Tiffany's is based off of. I forget his name right now. But, yeah, as you can tell, this book is well loved. It was, I guess, my mom's before it was mine. And it's just, like, really good. So if you ever, like, are going to become an interviewer or something like that, it's a really good book to read. And, like, what to talk about and, like, what subjects to talk about with certain people. Because she's interviewed a lot of, presidents and presidents' wives and stuff like that. And so I really like that book. I haven't read any of her other books, though, but it's well written. Here we have Alex Rider, The Stormbreaker, and it's a pretty, it's action-packed, and so if you want action-packed, that would be a book to read. Here we have Windsinger, I don't know, then The Choice by Nicholas Sparks, which I have no idea what that's about. Return of the King, again, another bit of a series that I don't have the other books to. Then we have Anne Rice's The Interview with a Vampire, 2 Bibles, what is it called? Yep. A journal. Let's see, this is a Bible cover that my friend David gave me for my birthday this year. Then we have, I found this in the basement and I was just like, I want to keep it. It's a Canon SLR cameras and I guess it's a really old one. I think it was my sister's. So, and then we have a middle school yearbook, which is fun times, knick-knack type stuff, like accounting and some magazines and some other books, conversations with mummies, some mail and some notebooks, and a picture of last year when they had the Planet Shark thing at the Georgia Aquarium. That's my niece, myself, and my mom. And we went to see Planet Shark, and that was fun. Down here we have the second bookshelf, and it's pretty much the, like the stuff I have read, and mostly stuff that I've read multiple times. But here we have Jay Asher's 13 Reasons Why, which is really good. There's Alice's Adventure in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Then we have White Cat by Holly Black, which I really liked. And I have yet to read Red Glove, and accidentally deleted the audiobook off my computer, and I'm sad about that because it's Jesse Eisenberg. Then we have Fahrenheit 451, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, which I'm actually rereading that through audio right now. It's in my car, but I really enjoyed the narrator. She's really funny. But then we have Amadeus Trust No One, which was pretty much my first. I don't know if it was like an advanced copy. I think it was just like a plain old copy, but he sent that to me. And it's actually a really good book. The grammar's kind of weird, but yeah, it's a pretty good book. Then we have, this is a book that Chapter Chick sent me. Jessica, she sent me Wake Unto Me, and it's really good. It's kind of like if Inception were YA and it had to do with ghosts more than like dreams. But yeah. And then we have The Awakening by Kate Chopin or Chopin, I'm not sure. We had to read this in 12th grade. A lot of these on that shelf are going to be from, or not a lot, but a good bit are from 12th grade English when we did British literature, and we had to read The Awakening. I think I read like 3/4, and then one of the girls was just like, hey, the ending is like this. And I was like, thank you. Because it was kind of boring at the time. I think I was just bored of British literature at the time. And then we have Praise Habit by David Crowder, which is a really good book. If you're into, you know, Jesus type stuff, it's really good. We have The Sacred Romance, which is a weird book. I don't know how to explain it. It is about Jesus and stuff like that, but it's just like, I don't agree with half the stuff that's in it. But one of my friends let me borrow it, and she never asked for it back. So it kind of stayed on my shelf. And sorry, this is kind of like helter-skelter with this camera work, but I'm looking at the books instead of looking at the screen. We'll change that from now on. Here we have The Woman Who Walked Into Doors by Roddy Doyle. I had to read this for English 1102, and it's pretty good. It's kind of different because it's about this Irish woman who she suffers from a lot of like physical abuse, and then in turn she kind of physically abuses her children and weird-ish stuff like that. Then we have Cheaper by the Dozen, which is kind of I don't know how to explain it, but it's just kind of like, and here's a bookmark that's super cute. It's a little orangutan. And then we have, it's like the movie cover, but it's just kind of like a collection of stories more than just like I don't know how to say it. It's not one story, it's like several stories. So like each chapter is told by like, not a different kid, but like I think there's like 2 of the children. I think it's based off of their family. I'm not sure. But I like it. It's a good like book to read every once in a while. Then here we have William Faulkner's The Light in August, which is another 12th grade read. I think I enjoyed that one. I should reread it, but I think I liked that one. Here we have A Kiss in Time by Alex Flynn. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I don't think I've ever reviewed that, but it's a really good book told in the perspective of an autistic child who's trying to solve a murder of a dog, and he ends up finding out all this stuff about his mom and different stuff like that. And it's really interesting, especially when he gets to the part where he has to use public transportation, and that's really cool. Then we have Taming of the Star Runner. I don't actually think I've read this, but I've read a good bit of S.E. Hinton, so I put it on that shelf. And then we have Insomniatic Dreams by S.J.D. Housen, which is by the great Nana Lou. And that's a really good one. I think she said that she's going to redo the typeface or something like that, like the formatting of the front cover. And so I can't wait to see that. Like, I know I think she said she's gonna keep the drawing, Mary Van Gill's drawing, but I think the cover is gonna change a little bit. And then here we have Maureen Johnson's The Key to the Golden Firebird. That's a really good book. Then we have Sweet Scarlet, which is a pretty good book. Here we have Devil in the White City by Eric Larson, another book for school that I had to read last semester for my history class. And it was like U.S. history from the Civil War to now, I think, ish, sort of. But that's about the Chicago World Fair, also known as the Columbian Exposition. And it's about, magic, murder, magic, and the madness of the fair that changed America. And it pretty much did. Here we have Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. I think I've read that a couple of times. We have Call of the Wild and White Fang, and pretty sure I've read the first one at least. We had to read like The Hatchet and stuff like that in 3rd grade, and I think she also read Call of the Wild to us. I'm not sure, pretty sure though. Then we have Blue Like Jazz, which is great. It's just kind of like a memoir / Jesus talk stuff. Then we have As You Wish by Jackson Pierce. I really like this cover. It's pretty. And we have Greyhound by Stephen Piper, which is pretty good. It's about this kid who takes a trip on a bus, and that's about it. He just kind of grows up. Here we have Lynda Barry's The Greatest of Marlis, and I had to read that in English 1101 and kept it because, I don't know, I figured it looked cool. Here we have another notebook. Got some cliff notes. Gulliver's Travels, Huckleberry Finn, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Pride and Prejudice, which I guess was probably for school. Where is my copy of Pride and Prejudice? I guess that's on my, the desk. But here we have Revolution World Missions, which is about, actually making missionaries of people who, or I guess priests and preachers out of the people who actually live there, rather than bringing in a bunch of white people into, different cultures. And here's my piggy. But it's a pretty neat book if you can ever find it. I think, yeah, whatever. Here we have the Georgia Nicholson series, or most of it. I think I'm missing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Missing 7 and 8. So we have Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging, On the Bright Side, but now Girlfriend of the Sex God, Dancing in My Nutty Pants, Away Laughing on a Fast Camel, Knocked Out by My Nugga Nuggas, Then He Ate My Boy Entrancers, Stop in the Name of Pants, and Are These Bazumas I See Before Me? And these are, it's a good, like, a British comedy YA type thing. I would say for like 13, 14, 15. Yeah, but they're really funny. Then we have Woman in Point Zero, which is a book that I ran through the rain with. But yeah, it's about a woman living in the Middle East and all of her strifes. Here we have Inspiration Sandwich by Sark, And if you know who that is kudos to you. Can you keep your faith in college? Which is, it answers a lot of questions about, you know, keeping your faith in college. Then you have, let's see, you got Luckiest Kid in the World by Loni, oh gosh, this is blurry, but Loni M. Setnick, which is a anagram of Lemony Snicket, and it's actually the unauthorized autobiography of Lemony Snicket, and so that's kind of like his story. But I think in the back it actually tells you how Lemony Snicket, like that pen name, came to be. I think it's in there, or I actually read a article about it, but I put that in the wrong place. But then we have the Shiver series, part of it. I borrowed the first one from the library, and then I bought Linger for the read-along. And then Farah from Words, she sent me the Forever arc from BEA. Here we have most of the, I sold Breaking Dawn, which I don't know if I regret or not, because now I'm like, I should read it for the movie, but then I'm just like, most of it is ingrained in my brain. So, but here we have Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse, which are the first 3 in the series. And down here we have at least like half of the Gossip Girl series. I think there are about like 10 or so books in the series, if not more. There are so many books, and they're about the same. But Gossip Girl, All I Want Is Everything, Because I'm Worth It, Would I Lie to You, and You're the One That I Want, which is not in order, I guess. I don't know. This is a bookshelf that's next to the bookshelf that I was just at, but here we have a lot of movies like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Better Off Dead, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the first 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movie. We have Anchorman, Young Guns, which I've never actually watched, Harry and the Potters, yeah. Harry and the Sorcerer's Stone, which I don't know why it's disconnected from those, but yeah, there's Harry Potter. Got my sister the special edition of like the first 3, I think, or the first 2, and yeah, but fun story. And then I have Hellboy 2, which I don't know if I've actually watched it in full. I watched the first one and it was alright. We have Donnie Darko, the director's cut, which, if you're gonna watch Donnie Darko, watch the director's cut, otherwise you will be lost. Then we have Superbad, the rest, not all of them, because I don't have, Deathly Hallows Part 1, but I have most of the Harry Potter movies. Then we have It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Seasons 1 and 2, which is actually my sister's, and I don't know why she doesn't just come and take it, but, get that, and, I don't know why I only have 1 disc of Futurama, and all of this just fell over, but yeah, oh, it's all just gonna slide around. But then I have, fix that, Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, like I said, the 1 disc of Futurama, Chipettes, my brother got me that for a birthday or something. Then we have Blues Brothers, which is, you have to watch that, Chicago, a great musical, Departed, Ghost, which is hilarious, Scarface, Garden State, Double Dragon, which I've actually never watched, The Social Network, Singing in the Rain, and there's it's not Departed, it's Deception with Hugh Jackman. Then we have some CDs over here, got the 3 of the Jonas Brothers albums. There's, I'm gonna stay straight, gosh, Avril Lavigne, Regina Spektor, a Dr. Noise album, Molly Lewis's EP, you got DFTBA Records Volume 2, a Lauren Fairweather EP, the Plugged In EP, which is pretty good. Then I have, I Think You Know by Julian Oons. This here is the shelf that is always behind me in my videos. It's a little one, but it's nice to have like near my bed and stuff-ish. Up here is like just school stuff and like coupons, a coupon book, a Maglite. Oh, that doesn't work. And then I have a Paula Deen candle, which I haven't lit in a while. A can of tomato soup. Yep. My dad's camera. This is a notebook that Celine and Maggie gave to me at VidCon, and it's just really cute. They actually gave me a, they also gave me a card, but I don't remember where that went. Such a good friend. But yeah, here's my film textbook and that. Oh, and this is a, if you wonder what's behind me and it's a big gray thing, that has all my yarn stuff in it. So that's always fun. Here we have Vintage Jesus by Mark Driscoll, and that's a really good Jesus book. If you ever read one, I haven't read all of it, but it's a really good one. Here's The Girl's Guide to Absolutely Everything, and it's a good reference book for just life. And then we have Knightley Academy, the hardback and the paperback, because I thought I'd support her double time, but Violet Haberdasher, and then The Ark of Secret Prince. I actually don't have a final copy of that. I'm such a good person. But yeah, then I have the second book of Brand Hamburg, The Spectre Key. I have the first one on Kindle on my computer. Then we have Wicked by Gregory Maguire. And I've read like about half of it or so, and it just got really steamy, and so I put it down for a bit, and haven't actually read or finished it yet. Then we have Looking for Alaska by John Green and An Abundance of Catherine, both really good books. I've had, what am I saying? Douglas Adams, he wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This is the ultimate one. It has 6 volumes in it. I've read the first book in it, and I think I might do like a series overview for that one, not just like each one, but just do kind of like a longer video and do that. Just so, because I've read the first one and I feel like it would be really good to just finish the book before I actually review all of them. Then here we have the Signature Classics of C.S. Lewis. This has a lot of his Christian writings in it, so I thought that would be a nice handy dandy book to have. And then here starts all of the signed books that I have. Excuse me. There's The Bermuda's Triangle by Marian Johnson. That's the first book that no, it's not the first book that I've ever gotten signed, but it's the first book within this past year that I've ever gotten signed. Here's Sweetly by Jackson Pierce. If you want to see that, that's really pretty. Shine by Lauren Miracle. Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. Anna and the French Kiss. The Near Witch. And then we have, this is a new book that I got, or not a new book, but I mean, I got it recently. I got Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen, and I really want to read all of her books and just kind of, you know, to actually like catch up with her writings and stuff like that, because I actually haven't read all of her books. I read like 3 of them, I think, and there's like at least 8. Yeah, so we have Anna and the French Kiss, The Near Witch, Water for Elephants, The Help, The Lonely Hearts Club, Great Gatsby, which I really need to start reading so I can read along with John Green, The Message remix of the Bible, The Taking of Chelsea 426, which is a Doctor Who novel, which I haven't read yet. I think I read like the first couple pages, and I'm trying to get this to go back. These are all like tightly squeezed in here. I just like kind of redid this today because I was fixing books. Oh, it's all just kind of coming apart. So we have Doctor Who, Trailing St. Cloud, Emma by Jane Austen, which I have yet to read, and Agatha Christie, The Body in the Library. And what I tried to do with like from here, from Sweetly over, was try to do it by like height, and so it kind of just does this and then goes down to like the mass-produced paperback or mass production paperback, whatever it's called. So yeah. But BBC does really nice covers for their books, and so of course that looks a little bit different than the other ones. Here we have City of Bones, City of Ashes, and City of Glass, the first 3 of the Mortal Instruments series. I saw that they had that they had the, you know, the first 3, I was gonna say trilogy, but the first 3 in paperback. They had a sale on Amazon, so I thought I'd get all of the 3 ones, the first 3. There's actually going to be at least 5 or so, I think, because I know I saw, there's City of Fallen Angels came out recently, and then Cassie Clare was talking on her Tumblr about there was going to be another new one. I better hurry up with this. Clockwork Angel is also by Cassandra Clare. I guess it's a prequel series to the City of Bones stuff. That's not what it's called. The City of Mortal Instruments, yes. And this was given to me by Jeffrey of Novel Thoughts blog. And yeah, that pretty much ends my thing. But yes, I'm excited to read all these books, and there's also books over here that I haven't read yet. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this book tour, and I hope you have a great day and keep reading.